the American legation during World War II was a very important spot, a very strategic location. Tangier, right on the Strait of Gibraltar, has always been a strategic city. And because Tangier was an international zone, it was especially important because the American legation in Tangier was the only American diplomatic mission in North Africa that wasn't in Vichy French-controlled territory. So the significance of this was that it was a very important listening post, and that lesson was not lost on various espionage services. So Tangier was full of spies of both the Allies and also the Axis. Everyone had a legation here, but they also had spies. So the United States, because it was attacked by the Japanese in Pearl Harbor in 1941, didn't have a clandestine service or an espionage service, so it had to set that up, and the US established the OSS, the Office of Strategic Services. And the OSS had its headquarters for all of the Mediterranean operations, including Operation Torch, the Allied landings in North Africa in 1942. That was here in the legation in Tangier. So over here we have a number of references to that World War II period. And the plan of the OSS in North Africa, in Tangier in particular, the concern during World War II, during the lead up to Operation Torch, was that Spain, which had occupied the northern fifth of Morocco in the Spanish protectorate, that Spain would intervene on the side of the Germans during Operation Torch. And so the OSS operation here in Tangier was to provide money and weapons to the Rif tribes who had rebelled against the Spanish in the 1920s, and they were getting ready, getting them primed. Should the Spanish intervene on the side of the Germans, then they would have fomented a revolution against Spain. Well, in the event, Franco and Spain remained neutral, so the plan was never launched. But that was what the importance of the legation in Tangier was. And so during the war, Tangier was really similar to what we see. Tangier, because it was the international zone, really resembled what is filmed in the great movie Casablanca, where you have people, refugees coming in from Europe, trying to escape, and you have Vichy French, etc. Well, here there were no Vichy French, but it was definitely a place where refugees would come. And over here we have a very important incident which was noted by the American chargé during the war, Rives Childs, where he was approached by Renee Reichman, who was a Jewish woman from Budapest, who set up the Joint Distribution Committee here in Tangier, which gave assistance to Jews in occupied Europe and tried to get them safely away to another country. And she asked for his intervention with the Spanish authorities to get visas issued to Jews in Hungary who were about to be sent to the concentration camps. So Rives Childs was able to intervene with the Spanish authorities, and the letter that we have next to his photo here is a letter that she wrote to him in 1945 on the day before he left Tangier, where she thanks him for his intervention and says that thanks to his work with the Spanish, 1,200 Jews were saved from the concentration camps, and he carried that letter on his person for the rest of his life.